Hello and welcome to this video tutorial series about how to build a linked list in Java. I'm going to be showing the full explanation of how to fully build a linked list that implements the Java list interface. This is the list interface I brought up, which you can just Google it and you'll get this page that basically shows all the methods that need to be implemented to implement the list interface. So with that, let's get started building this linked list. I'm just going to open up an IDE here to get started. And I will create a new project. And I'll call this my linked list. And I'll make that a command line application just to make this easy for us to test as we go through this. Okay, so just to show you a little bit of what we're going to be doing here is normally in Java you can use the built-in linked list class, and you can say you want a linked list of type string or any other type that you want, and you make that a new linked list of type string. This is the normal way that you would make a linked list in Java. But today we're going to make our own linked list, and let's get started with doing that. So first thing I'm going to do is make a new class aside from our main class, and we'll call this my linked list. I don't want to call it just linked list because just linked list is already taken in Java, so I'll just call it my linked list. Click OK. And now we have, ready to go here, a class called my linked list. And what we're going to do is we want this class to implement the list interface. And what that means is basically that all these methods shown on the list interface, listed on the Oracle website, it says basically in order to implement the list interface you have to implement all of these methods. So that's what we're going to do. And now as you notice, when in normal Java you can specify that you want to make a linked list of a certain type. So in this case I said I want a linked list of type string. That's called making the linked list generic. So what I'm going to do here is I want to make this linked list generic, and the way that we do that is we can basically put in a placeholder here, and we'll call it E. And what this means is that E is going to represent whatever type of linked list we're going to be making. So now within our class, anytime we write E, that means whatever type the linked list is instantiated as. Like in this case we did a string, so if I did my linked list string, just like that, that means that E now means string. So if I made a method that returns an E, the compiler would know, in this case, that actually means it returns a string. And you could use E in any other place where a normal type would go, and it serves as a placeholder for what the actual type is. So now that we have that, we have to basically implement all these methods. And as you can see here, this list is showing up as red. It can't resolve symbol list. What that means is we're missing our import statement, so it can actually see what the list interface is. So here you can see it's in the package java.util. So that means all I gotta do is import java.util.list. And now you'll see now it knows what list is. Now it's saying that we still need to implement all those methods and they're all missing here. So that's what we got to do next. If you're using an IDE, you can usually use it to generate all those method stubs for you. If you, in this case, right click and choose generate and then implement methods, and that will get you all these methods that you have to implement for the list interface. And we'll press OK. Now you can see we got all these method stubs for all the methods we have to implement. And then actually we're going to want to implement a few other methods here too. And those are override methods. That's the hash code and the equals method. Maybe the clone method will do that one as well. And so I'll just click OK. And now we got those methods too. Now as you can see, there's a lot of methods here, so we're going to go through them slowly in each of these videos that we do. And so we'll continue on with that in our next video.